Good evening and welcome to World News Live.
A recent storm has been tracked to hit Kirkhoven tonight. Here is Elizabeth as she keeps an eye on the storm.
It's slowing down a little bit, but we aren't out of the clear yet. As you can see, snow and rain have passed in our area, but the wind is starting to pick up, which creates blowing snow and low visibility. So if you have to drive, please take caution at all times and slow down when you need to. But as you can see, we will be staying at the same relative temperature for the next couple of days until we start to warm up on Wednesday of next week.
Well, hopefully it starts to warm up because I'm already sick of this weather.
Well, if you hold on a little longer, it will get warmer, but probably not as warm as you want it to.
The Trump Tower in Manhattan, New York City started on fire on January 8, 2018. So far, 3 have been reported injuries in this 58-story building fire. A spokesperson from Trump Industries says that the electrical fire started in the cooling tower on the building's roof. As of this moment, there poses no danger to the public.
Well, the Golden Globes on Sunday was one for the books. Everyone was dressed up in all black to protest sexual harassment and raise awareness for Time's Up, which is an initiative that is raising awareness and fighting the sexual harassment in the workplace. The biggest winners of the night were Nicole Kidman, who won Best Actress. The show Big Little Lies came home with a good amount of trophies, but perhaps the biggest award was when Oprah Winfrey was awarded the Cecil B. DeMille Award for Lifetime Achievement and the speech that followed it. Now people are saying that she should be running for president. If you would like to see a full list of winners, please visit our website, wnl.com/links.
Every hour, a sheep is beaten or abused. They suffer alone and terrified, waiting for someone to help. This is a sheep that needs your help. Call 1-888-605-4375 to give a monthly gift of $18. You'll rescue sheep from their abusers, provide medical care, food, shelter, and love. This has been an ASPCS service announcement. Logan Paul is an American blogger and actor. He's most known to his fans by making funny music videos and vines, and being on shows such as Law & Order Special Victims Unit and the YouTube Red special, The Thinny. But he is now known for something most people never want to be known for. Please be aware that this scene contains graphic content. He was visiting Kigararo, which is known to us as the Suicide Forest, when he was filming with his friends in the forest when he came across a body that had been hanging from a tree. The group he was with realized that the person had committed suicide. He filmed the body and made horrific comments about the unnamed person. Since this video went up, it was taken down by YouTube, and he has been banned from Japan and was fired from one of his YouTube shows. Jesse Page tweeted responding to this video, saying, quote, "The fact that a human could ever think that it's morally correct to not only joke about suicide, but to exploit it for personal gain is frightening. Suicide is never funny. The topic is sensitive and vulnerable and should be treated with absolute respect. Spread love." And he has even been taken off Google's recommended list. He has made an apology video saying, "I'm ashamed of myself. I'm disappointed in myself." Further investigation is being conducted into this developing story. And now on to Christian with sports.
Thanks, Sarah. Sports these past few weeks have been something to see. Let's start with the College Football National Championship, where Georgia at the start of the game were getting things done on both sides of the ball. And with a disappointing game by Jalen Hurts, Alabama put in their freshman, Tua Tagovailoa, at halftime, and he lit things up, throwing for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns. Alabama ended up victorious on an overtime touchdown pass to win 26-23. In the NFL, another round of playoffs have come and gone, with the Eagles beating the Falcons 15-10, with Nick Foles throwing 23 for 30, 246 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. The Patriots cleaned house on the Titans 35-14, with Tom Brady throwing 35 for 53, 337 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. The Jaguars squeaked by the Steelers 45-42, with Bortles throwing 14 for 26, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. And the last game of the night was the most intense game this year in the playoffs. The score went back and forth, and with the Saints ahead with 10 seconds left, the Minnesota Miracle happened, with Case Keenum throwing it to Stephon Diggs, and with a missed tackle went 66 yards for a game-winning touchdown. Final score, 29-24, with Keenum going 25-40, throwing for 318 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. The NBA is in the middle of a good season, with Thursday's games having the Heat over the Pacers 114-106, the Mavs over the Hornets 115-111, the Jazz barely beating the Wizards 107-104, the Pistons easily beating the Nets 114-80, the Bulls winning by 3 to the Knicks 122-119, the Rockets over the Trailblazers 121-112, the Bucks beating the Magic 110-103, the Timberwolves sweeping up the Thunder 104-88, the Grizzlies barely win against the Pelicans 105-102, the Hawks safely beat the Nuggets 110-97, and the Clippers beating the Warriors 125-106. KMS basketball has also started. With Tuesday's games, the boys played TMB and won 59-54. The girls also played TMB, losing 25-59. Thursday, KMS boys beat Benson by 30, 62-32, and the girls beat BLHS 51-37. And on Friday, both played RTR, girls losing 37-52, and guys also losing 41-51. And Tuesday, the boys played Minnesota 69-35. The girls played Benson, losing 64-37. And on the Minnesota game, Josh Peterson scored his 1,000th point. And with that, the girls' record being 4-12, and the boys are 7-7 as of this point in the season. A few hockey games that happened this last week. On Wednesday, the Wild beat the Blackhawks 2-1, and the Senators beat the Maple Leafs 4-3. And on Thursday, the Sabres beat the Blue Jackets 3-1, the Canes beat the Capitals 3-1, and the Flames killed the Lightning 5-1. KMS Wrestling has also been having a great season so far, sitting at 6-2, with their last matches being against Howard Lake Waverly Winstead, and winning 60-15, and beating Minnewaska 43-25. Well, Josh Peterson had a night for the books, as he scored his 1,000th point in his high school career. Josh has started since he was in 8th grade, and has been a key player to the KMS basketball team ever since. With the season not being completely over yet, Josh is on his way to score a lot more than 1,000 points. This is a momentous occasion, as Josh is the first guy in 8 years from KMS to score 1,000 points, and is only the 7th guy to do it in school history.
North and South Korea agreed on Wednesday to combine their athletes and become a joint Olympic team at the Winter Olympics next month. South Korea, the host of the Games, has hopes its partnership within athletics will start thawing political and social tensions between the countries. The Games will begin on February 9th in Pyeongchang, South Korea, and the women's ice hockey squad will be the first combined Korean team for the Olympics and the first unified team since their athletes played together for an international table tennis championship and a youth soccer tournament in 1991. The two countries' delegations will march at the opening ceremony behind a unified Korea flag that shows an undivided Korean peninsula. Negotiators from both sides said in a joint news release after talks at the border village of Panmunjom, the North will send 230 supporters to the Games, and negotiators agreed that supporters of both Koreas would root together for the athletes from both countries. The news was welcomed by top officials at the United Nations, where Secretary General Antonio Guterres has said he plans to attend the opening ceremonies. The President of the General Assembly, Miroslav Lajak of Slovakia, said on Twitter, heartened by the reports that Koreans from DPRK and ROK will march together in the Olympics opening ceremony. South Korean officials said on Wednesday that the North's delegation would include at least 550 people, including about 150 to the Paralympic Games in March. But the joint news statement said that the final number would be determined in Switzerland on Saturday when the International Olympic Committee is to bring together North and South Korean officials. The plan is for the North Korean athletes to enter the South Korea over a land border on February 1st. So far, the only North Korean athletes to qualify for the Pyeongchang Games are a pair of figure skaters. North Korea missed an October 31st deadline to accept invitations from South Korea and the International Olympic Committee to join the Games, but the international body has said it remains willing to consider wildcard entries for both North Korean athletes. As you can see, this has been a very hectic week, with Logan Paul, the Golden Globe, Josh Peterson's 1,000 career point, the Trump Tower fire, and North and South Korea coming together for the Olympics. All of this and more have made this week something to remember. Thank you for watching. This has been your 10-minute segment of World News Lab. See you again next week.